Hi there, Chris Reagan here from Tax Planner Pro. It is a Friday here at the office, and so no tie and going a little more casual. And I thought I would shoot a quick video about something that is possibly near and dear to your heart this time of year, and that is, how do you convert your tax clients to packages? And I have a way that I converted my firm that I'm going to go through during this video, and I thought this time of year, it's the end of January 2016 as I'm shooting this, and I thought this is the time of year where I started really putting those pieces together. And so I'm going to go through what my process was and how I converted my entire client base, over 300 clients at the time, from paying for their tax returns at tax time to setting up packages where I got credit cards and monthly billing, and then eventually got into a system where they were prepaying me before tax time, which is kind of where I was trying to get to in the end. I like the idea of packages for a couple of reasons. One, from a cash flow perspective, it's just more stable. So I don't have to wonder each year whether my clients are coming back or not, because I have them in a prepayment position. Two, packages are great because I can tell you from firsthand kind of experience, it is much easier to raise prices on package clients whenever you're raising them and they feel a very incremental change than if you send an engagement letter out in January saying, I'm raising my fees from $1,200 to $1,350. They notice that $150 a lot easier than they notice, maybe $15 a month. So it's handy if you want to get into packages. This is how I converted my firm, and take a look. It's not a terribly long video, and I'll take you through it start to finish. Here we go. All right, so let's jump in here, and I want to set up a idea of where we're going with this. So the program that I'm going to show you that I did in my company whenever I was converting everyone was something called a finance strategy, which basically in a nutshell was whenever I billed them after I had done their tax returns, whatever they owed me, I was only going to collect about half of it, and then I was going to let them finance over a period of 5 to 6 months the remainder of what they owed me. And I'm going to explain how this works here. So this is James Sample, and he owns a business called Sample Plumbing Inc. And we do a corporate return for him and a personal tax return for him. The fee last year in this simulation was $950 for his corporate return. That's generally about what we used to get when I was doing this. And his personal return was $400. So we had a total fee of $1,350 to do his tax work. Now, I always used to get deposits. We called them retainers before tax season started. I would not start someone's tax return until they had paid this deposit. If you are not doing that, I encourage you to do it. There's a lot of reasons why I liked it, but for the most part, it just symbolized having the client have a little skin in the game so that I wasn't just at the end of the day hoping they paid me after I did all this work. So I would collect a retainer of $500, and then on the personal return $200. So I'd collect a total of $700 before I started anything. Now, if you're not doing retainers, that's okay. I'm going to show you how to do this even if you don't collect retainers, and it still works great. But in this scenario, I've got them. And then at the end, whenever I'm done doing their tax return for the corporate, they owe me $450 and they owe me $200 on the personal. So the total collected up front is $700, and the amount that I'm going to finance the client is $650. So in the next slide here, I'm going to show you what that looks like all month, but here's basically the way that this works. When you're done with the tax return and the client owes you $650, let's do this strategy where you get a retainer first, and the client owes you $650. Instead of making them pay that right then, you're going to say, look, I've got a special offer for you. It is no more money. It's no more cost to you, but it allows you to pay this $650 that you owe me now over the next 6 months at a rate of $108 a month. In order to get this deal, I need two things from you. One is I need a credit card that we're going to bill this $108 a month on the same day every month into perpetuity, basically, forever. And two, I need your commitment and your understanding and your permission that once the 6 months is over, that I will continue to bill your card $108, and that money will be put towards next year's tax return, and now you will be on a package forever. So you no longer have to worry about these retainers that you pay me up front. You no longer have to worry about paying me. I'm going to bill you $108 a month each month forever, and whenever your tax returns need to be done, they just get done, and you're on a package now. Does that make sense? They're now on a package, and you're getting paid the same amount. If you add up the $108 a month, you're getting paid what you need to be paid. And at the end of the day, it may be a little bit of a discount, right? And you can play around with this. So $108, 108 times 12 is $12.96. So it's not all the way up to your $13.50. And this is what I wanted to say. Sometimes I gave them a discount, a little discount to do this because I wanted them on packages so much. In this example, I've got it a little discounted, but if you wanted to, don't give them a discount. Make it $115 over the next 6 months, and then keep billing them the $115. You do it however you want. But the idea here is that they will take you up on the financing. I promise you, 95% of your clients will take you up on it. Why? For two reasons. One, they don't feel like paying that right now. And two, it just seems easier to believe that you're now on this package as a client, and you're going to continue getting services for this flat rate, and it feels just very secure. I'm telling you, if you sell this right, it works great. I gave my clients a little discount for doing it because later I'm going to show you what I was about to do, and there's a reason I just need to get them on a package here at first. Before I get into those slides, let's talk about if you weren't doing retainers. If you weren't doing retainers, you'd do this something like this, where at the end of the tax return, you'd say, listen, I've got a deal for you. If you want to pay this $700 to me now and finance the rest that you owe me, I'll let you do that and then you just go right into your package speech again. So if you're billing everything at the end of the tax cycle, do it this way. And this is how I converted all of my clients over. If you do bookkeeping for them, just take whatever bookkeeping cost that you bill them each month and add it to the monthly fee for the taxes. They'll understand that. They understand what that means, and say, I just want a credit card. We're going to bill it all the time, and now you are set up on a package. So it is a very simple strategy, and it's one that executes well. Let me show you the next slide. So this is the prepayment cycle, and what I kind of wanted to show here is, let's say you finish the tax returns in April. So in May, the client owes you $650 and they pay $108. So now in June, they don't owe you as much because the $108 went towards what they owed you. So your balance goes to $542, $434, and the break-even point is in October here, where they owed you $110 and they paid you $108. Yeah, they still owe you $2, but I'm basically calling it break even. Now in November is when you start to be prepaid. And here's why I was trying to get to this. I wanted clients prepaid to me before it got to this time frame right here in February and March. Because this is the moment where clients, oh, and I forgot a dollar sign right there. This is the moment where clients would possibly try and shop me, right? Where they would say something like, well, how much is it going to be this year, Chris? And that's a shopping question because they're trying to get a handle on what it's going to be and whether my fees and whether they want to negotiate and all that kind of stuff. If they have now prepaid into the system, how easy is it for them to negotiate? You know, by the time they get to March, where we're filing S-Corp tax returns, or April, where we're filing personal tax returns, how much can they have negotiated here? They're going to be prepaid in this amount. So they basically have to at least come back. Now, some will say, well, but Chris, let's say they wanted to leave. Yeah, they were prepaid for a little while, but what if they just stop paying in May? I get that. I do. And one of the ways that we handle that is we make sure that if somebody decides that they want to have us do their tax returns and then not pay for them, that we're going to make that hard on them from a collections perspective, that kind of thing. And if you think you've got clients that are that way, don't do it too much. But I wanted to get clients where they just weren't trying to shop me so much. My good clients, but they would still come back to me and say, well, what is the fee going to be? So I think this is a great way to get clients kind of on the hook. One of the things you can do is, if you want to, you can scrunch that time period down. So instead of doing it over 6 months, you can do it over like 3 months. Or you can make them have a quarterly payment rather than a monthly payment, to where you're getting paid in bigger chunks and kind of faster, and the prepayment becomes larger. So there's ways you can play around with this, but I'm going to show you here in a second. There's a big reason why I want them on a package in general, because I'm then going to execute the second stage of my plan. So here's what the prepayment cycle looks like, and let's move on to the next slide here. So I want you, if you're going to do this, to make sure you've got your packages on your website, and any collateral, brochures or anything like that you want, make sure you get them printed out. And so these are the 3 packages we have. We have the basic package and the pro package and the elite package. And the reason you need to get this ready is because everybody that you bring on at this point, when they sign up for a package, they are signing up for either the basic package or the pro package. Set up your packages to where all your existing clients only fit into one of these 2, and that they do not fit into this one. Because what we're going to do is we're going to get them on a package in April, right? We're getting them on a package, maybe offering a little discount. That's okay, because we're gonna fix that here in a second. And come September, we are now going to hit them with marketing collateral of, do you want to upgrade your package? And the reason they're going to want to upgrade their package has to come back to tax planning. Your big package is going to include the tax projection service and the planning module. And see right here how I have this RF $1 tax guarantee? That guarantee is that I guarantee I will show them how to get their taxes down to $1, or I'll refund their money. Let me say that again. I will show them how to get their taxes, how to reduce their, how is the big operative word, how to reduce their taxes to $1, or they get all their money back. And Tax Planner Pro will show you how to do that. So you don't have to worry about, well, how do I get them to show them strategies that get them all the way down to $1? Let Tax Planner Pro do that. It will do that for you in the planning strategies. The point is, you're not saying you're going to actually get their tax return down to $1. That's crazy, right? What you are going to do is show them how they could have. It's up to them whether they actually do it. And most people can't. Most people can't do all the things that get it down to $1. But what I'm guaranteeing, whenever I'm upselling them this package here, this package right here, is I'm saying you now have an accountant, a tax accountant, that is extremely proactive. So proactive that if I don't show you how to get down to $1 of tax every year, then I will refund your money. And you can define whatever refund money means. Does it mean the whole fee? Probably not. In mine, it does, because I'm that confident about being able to do it. But I also have never given out a refund in 4 years of doing this. Why? Because I do know how, and Tax Planner Pro knows how, to show people to get their taxes down to $1. And what we're doing then, and let me go to the next slide, what we're doing then is, right now your clients, when you got them on a package, are here. If you were trying to upsell them this when they're not on a package, it would be next to impossible, because you're going to have to try and upsell them the tax planning service and bill them for it or something. Say, well, it costs $1,000, and you're never going to get them to buy it. Instead, we're saying, well, right now, Mr. Sample, you are on our $240 a month package and our Pro package. If you'd like to come up to the Elite package for another, $60 a month, you can do that, and we give you all of these other services included. And so you're going to just hammer on them all the time. Hammer, hammer, hammer on, oh, you're missing some of the best parts of our packages. I don't do any tax planning. I'm not worried about how much you pay in tax on these old packages. These packages don't include tax planning. You need to get on this package. And you know what? I have probably 90% of my clients on this big package here. And then I have some, not hardly any on this middle package, and then I have some on this package. And this is for the folks who really don't pay a lot in tax or don't care about tax planning. Not everybody cares about these things, but most of my clients are on this, and they all started here. So this system works. I'm telling you, it works. You just have to be confident in saying, you know, it's worth it. And you may be saying, well, is tax planning really worth another $100 a month? Well, let me give you an example. I had a client in here yesterday. She had come in on a referral and was ready to pay this fee right here because she had gone online and looked. I almost made this sound like it was the worst package she could choose, because I said, you're not going to get any tax planning. So right now you're a sole proprietorship. You pay about $30,000 in tax a year. That's what last year's tax return showed you. I'm going to show you how to get that down to $1 if you want. But I'm also saying I'm going to make some changes in the way that you're structured, sole proprietorship to S corporation in this particular case, that allows you to pay a lot less tax without having to do almost anything, so long as you're in this elite package where I can show you how to do those strategies. I'm not going to show you how to convert to an S corporation in my basic strategy. It's not included. I don't care how much tax you pay. This is a form filing service over here and some bookkeeping. So you're going to make it sound like the only way to save money in taxes is with this package here. How you sell that is up to you. Everybody sells a little bit differently. If you want to see some more information about selling, get my tax planning mastery course inside Tax Planner Pro, and I've got a lot more videos to show you. But this is why I'm trying to get them in this package almost at all costs, because I'm trying to upsell them to this package. And I'm going to do that just a few months later in September and October. Do I care if they're on a discounted package right here for a few months? If I have the opportunity to upsell them this later? Of course not. I'm leaving the dollars on the ground and picking up pennies, whatever that savings is, letting them slip through your fingers, because this money's nothing compared to trying to get them on a package over here for the next 10 years, paying my premium fees and getting my tax planning service, and everybody's happy. Does that make sense? So that's what I'm pitching here, is get them on your middle package, then upsell them to the elite package. It works. I'm telling you, it works. If you've got questions about how to do this, and let me move on to the next slide here. If you've got questions about how to do this, reach out to me and I'll answer them. If you've got a scenario that's weird or something that doesn't make a lot of sense, you're not sure how to approach it, reach out to me. Reach out to me on my email address at chris.reagan@taxplannerpro.com, or connect with us over on Facebook on the Tax Planner Pro Facebook page. We are available in lots of different ways, but most importantly, sign up for the Tax Planner Pro Accountants Portal. I'm going to show you how to do that here in just a second. So here's some tips. Get a credit card for the fee that you're going to charge each month. Do not do electronic funds transfer and ACH. I know some of you that do this are probably like, I'm not paying those credit card fees. I get it, but I pay probably $3,000 a month in credit card fees. And you know why I love doing it? Is because I don't have to worry about whether my client has that money. The reason I don't like EFT and ACH is I'm hoping that the client's got my money in their bank account when I run it. And when they don't, now I've got to go chase them down, and they can say, oh gosh, Chris, I'm really short this month. Can you wait till next month? Credit cards have a much better chance of having room on them to where my client pays. So use a credit card, pay the fee. Be ready to upsell it right when you're pitching it. So some people may say, well, what kind of packages are there? Well, that's a buying question. Now I'm going to try and sell them my elite package and just bypass the whole pro package and say, if you don't want to do the pro package, you can go up to the elite package, and that's only another $299 a month, or whatever you want to, kind of bill them for the next 6 months and then maybe have it turn on later. Don't push too hard. If they just want to pay, then let them pay. If they don't want to get on a package and they just want to pay you, that's not a bad client, right? That's not a bad client. If they're ready to pay you cash money every time they do the tax return, that's okay. I'm telling you, you're going to have trouble raising fees, not raising fees 2 or 3 or 4%, but you're going to have trouble raising fees 10%. And I raised fees in that previous example 20%. I went from $240 to $299. That's a 20% increase. How do you do that whenever they're paying? How do you go from $1,200 up to $1,450 or something? That's a tough get. And get them on these packages. It makes it a lot better. And in the end, do what makes the most sense. Make sure you've got collateral and that your website is showing your pricing. Again, that's something we cover a lot in the Tax Planning Mastery course. If you haven't seen that, it's time to sign up. Let me show you a little bit about how to sign up for this other education package. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let's go on to this final slide. And so if you want to see more of our videos and a lot of these training videos about how to run your practice, we go over basic tax planning, but we also go over, we have an entire sales module, how I grew my practice into a $1 million practice with some of these strategies and the tax planning sales pieces. So we've got a lot packed into the Tax Planning Mastery course, and to get there you just need to sign up for the Tax Planner Pro accountant portal, and to do that you can go to the website taxplannerpro.com/accountants, and just go to the Tax Planner Pro website. If you want to search Tax Planner Pro in Google, it'll come right up, and then go to the accountants page and you can sign up for one of our portal packages, and inside that package for free is our entire class, and it is I believe it's a total of 17 videos and about 14 hours of content, plus you can take the registered tax planner exam. You get a certificate with that, and you get to actually use the RTP credentials behind your name. So it's a very serious program. It's a bit of a time commitment, that kind of thing, but if you're serious about trying to grow your firm and you're serious about maybe doing some tax planning to do it, this is a program you ought to check out. So if you have questions about this or any of the items that I talk about in one of my videos or classes, please reach out to me and let me know. I'll answer it right away. Have a great tax season, and I will be speaking to you soon. Take care.